Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. Now, let me take a look at the galaxy map and see what do I have to do. Okay, Krogan DMZ, extract Turian survivors, investigate Cerberus. I think this and what Rex asked me to do are both kind of time critical things, so I might get to it sort of right away. Yeah, let's do it actually. Vard is a methane ammonia ice giant. Until the Krogan rebellions, it had a sizable helium-3 fuel refining infrastructure. Once the solar arrays orbiting Neath were destroyed, the constant flow of anti-proton tankers visiting the system disappeared. There was little point in maintaining the facilities, so they were shut down and abandoned. Today, the ancient stations are squatted by transients, criminals and outcasts. Although there are few are safe for habitation, neither the Krogan nor the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission patrols care if they take their chances. Population 2072. The Class B Blue Giant Nith was once the most strategically valuable system within the Krogan territory. Though far too hot for habitable planets, Nith emits thousands of times the energy of the main sequence star like Earth's soul. With the help of the Solarian uplift teams, the Krogan constructed a chain of solar power collector stations in orbit around Nith. These vast arrays beamed power to particle accelerators on the surface of Mantun, which manufactured anti-proton fuel for warship thrusters. In the Krogan rebellions, the Spectre agents managed to get a virus into the computers of the solar power arrays. Every fifth array suddenly applied braking thrusters. The arrays behind them piled up, and all were reduced to wreckage. This has since dispersed into a relatively stable ring system. The Krogan never had the resources to rebuild the solar arrays, depriving them of their fleet's main supply of fuel for the remainder of the war. The particle accelerators still exist on Mantun, but they have not been used in thousands of years. Tula's methane ammonia atmosphere traps blistering heat of Nith, driving its nayside temperatures to over 1000 degrees. While some loads of useful metals are present, the planet's incredible heat makes mining impractical.
Evasion successful.
Okay, I'm screwed actually.
Reapers eluded.
It would be pretty weird if there was literally nothing in here. Although I guess it doesn't display a percentage at all, even for the whole cluster, so maybe there literally is nothing in here. Once Rothla was a large ice dwarf with the statistics listed below, in the waning years of the Krogan rebellions it was shattered into a field of debris by what is assumed to have been a test of exotic weapons. In the wake of the event, the planetoid was reduced to a relatively contained field of thousands of tiny moonlets rotating around one another, colliding and ricocheting. The method used to destroy the planetoid has never been deduced. The Krogan clan who performed the experiment apparently all died in the event. Ships that have traveled to the edge of the event's light cone observed a moment of extreme gravitational lensing around Rothla immediately before its breakup, but no other clues. A popular extranet meme put forward by the Asari author Desle or Ortissa insists that the Turians are covering up the existence of a Krogan superbiotic breed that was genetically engineered within Rothla. The CDM enforces quarantine around Rothla field, citing cases of amateur investigators whose ships came to grief in the debris field. Sasgoth is a small ice dwarf with an eccentric orbit. During the perigee, portions of its icy surface sublimate into a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon dioxide, which quickly freeze again as it recedes into the outer reaches of the Dranic system.
Signal confirmed.
Okay, so there might have been something after all. There are things in this system. Kelim is tectonically inert rock with an atmosphere of krypton, xenon and argon. There are a few valuable lodes of light metals scattered across its surface, but it is difficult to find. Most were mined out in the years leading up to the Krogan rebellions. Dor is a conventional methane ammonia ice giant. Its main fueling port in the Dranic cluster getaway system. Pildea Station, the headquarters for the patrol ships of the CDM, lies at the trading Lagrange point of Dor. The CDM logs all ships passing through the Krogan demilitarized zone and has the right to board and search them for contraband and at any time and for any reason. There are no exceptions. At points over the last 2 centuries, diplomatic incidents have been caused when the patrol frigates boarded an Asari hospital ship, a Batarian diplomatic courier, and a privately owned human tramp freighter. These measures are provided for under the terms of the Krogan armistice. While the Krogan were allowed to retain their government and personal weapons, any attempts to provide Starship-mounted weapons to the clans is punishable by law. Nearly a millennia after the war ended, the official penalty for smuggling proscribed weapons is still death by spacing. Population 703,000, CDM garrison 1,100, not including patrol ship crews. Maybe there is nothing in this particular system. The smaller of Aralak's hydrogen-helium gas giants maintains a helium-3 recovery infrastructure. Although the depth of Ruam's gravity well makes it inefficient to export, visitors to the Aralak system often top off their fuel tanks at Ruam stations. The CDM maintains a token garrison to monitor any potential sale of fuel to non-subversives or terrorists. Population 1040, CDM garrison 20. Vaul is a hydrogen-helium gas giant named for an ancient Krogan deity that stood watch for enemies of his pantheon. The giant gas moons are named after some of Vaul's myriad eyes and ears. The only reasons to visit the Vowel system is scientific curiosity, which the Krogan lack. Kruban is a tidally locked Venusian hothouse, its surface perpetually obscured by clouds of sulfur and carbon dioxides. The first group of Krogan brought into the orbit by the Salarian uplift teams requested a trip to Kruban. The Salarians at first thought that the Krogan were confused about the nature of Kruban's environment. The planet is named for a Krogan mythological paradise in which honorable warriors feast on the internal organs of their enemies. In fact, Krogan astronomers have correctly deduced the nature of Kruban in the years before the global Holocaust. In the 2 millennia since, Kruban has always had come to be thought as an ideal test of one's toughness. Every year, a few Krogan attempt to land on Kruban and exit their ships naked in an attempt to prove their Kroganhood. The planet's surface is littered with crushed, corroded remains of their ships. Only one, Shat Norda, is known to have returned from the surface alive, albeit most of his bones crushed and all 4 of his lungs damaged by sulfuric acid. Norda recovered from his trial, to the adulation of his people. Until he died in 1943, he could lie with any fertile female he wanted. One of Canin's hemispheres contains an impact crater 700 kilometers in diameter. Dubbed the Renkat Basin, it was mined for light metals in the interbellum between the Rachni War and the Krogan rebellions. Any of these resource concentrations have long since been stripped. Okay, so I think it must be in that other system. In that other system, unfortunately. I will go back just for peace of mind. Although most likely it's just fuel.
Faster than light jump successful. Evasion successful. Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful. I found something. Evasion successful.
Okay, that was a wrong position to approach.
Reapers eluded.
Yeah, it's just more fuel. So basically I bought fuel to get here and get fuel, which is totally nonsensical.
Faster than light jump successful.
Scarred by bombardment, bombardment craters, radioactive rubble, choking ash, salt flats, and alkaline seas, Tuchanka can barely support life. Thousands of years ago, life grew in fierce abundance under the F-class star Aralak, a Reich clan word being the Eye of Wrath. Tree analogues grew in thick jungles, their roots growing out of shallow, silty seas. Life fed upon life in the evolutionary crucible. The world died in nuclear firestorms after the Krogan split the atom. The Little Ice Age of the nuclear winter killed off much of the remaining plant life. In the recent centuries, many Krogan have returned to their homeworld. The reduced albedo has caused global temperatures to rise. In order to maintain livable temperatures, a vast shroud was assembled at the L1 Lagrange point. It is maintained by the CDM, which is based in the orbiting battle station. Visitors to Tuchanka land at their own risk. The CDM will not attempt to extract citizens threatened by clan warfare. The ecology of Tuchanka is deadly. Nearly every native species engages in some predatory behavior. Even the remaining vegetation is carnivorous. Travel beyond guarded areas is strongly discouraged. Population 2.1 billion. Capital currently Erdnot since 2183. CDM garrison 2400 in the orbital battle stations. Okay, let's go and rescue the Krogan survivors. I'll take Javik and Garrus. Okay, decrease shield recharge delay. Cool. Increase damage or impact radius. This is actually a pretty significant increase of the impact radius. I'll take this. Increase force or the impact radius.
This crash site's a nightmare. EDI, try to raise Lieutenant Victus.
Yes, sir.
Praetorian Commander, what happened here is... let's just say the Turian Code is not forgiving. And that it's his son is bad for the Primarch. Promoting family without merit can bite you in the ass. What's strange is the Primarch knows that.
Commander, I have to land well back from the main crash site.
That the best you can do?
Yes, sir. But the Reapers seem unaware of our presence. You might get the jump on them.
All right, set her down. Let's save this platoon. EDI, did you raise Lieutenant Victus?
Yes, but the connection is bad.
Patch me in. This is Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy. Do you read?
This is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus of the 9th Platoon. We're pinned by Reaper harvesters and taking heavy casualties. Also, there are pockets of my men scattered along the crash trajectory.
Lieutenant, I need you to fire a flare so I can find your position. Got it.
Things get worse by the minute. My men are dying!
This sounds bad. Let's move.
Looks worse than I feared. A secret Turian mission on Tuchanka is especially odd. Thoughts?
It doesn't matter. Our mission is clear. Silence. Enemies ahead.
Quick! We don't want them to call for backup.
Of course, Commander!
What were they even doing?
Escape pod. Our first casualties. Survived the crash, but then a harvester took out the pod.
Died in the explosion?
Or dragged out and eaten by husks.
I actually quite like this SMG, but well, I haven't tested this one, so you know what? I'll give the one that I have a chance before switching.
Gunfire. They are near.
Okay. I have a visual on the enemy, and there's an escape pod just beyond. Looks like the Turians are in tough. Enemies up ahead don't know we're here.
Surprise on our side for once. I like it.
Exactly. Let's go.
The harvesters compromised the Turian pod.
Thank you.
Don't stop for us. We'll head for the main crash site.
There's another pod ahead.
Okay, so I guess I have to go by
They'll live to
here.
fight another battle.
Keep moving. We need to find the main crash site ASAP.
Being the son of Adrian Victus is a lot to live up to. It's a big military name on Palaven. War's expected to run in the Victus blood.
War was a way of life for my people as well. If you couldn't fight the Reapers, you were left behind.
Looks like we got the jump. Follow my lead.
It is done.
Heads up! Harvester incoming! Damn, another harvester! Guard me, my sight! Thanks for the help! We'll rendezvous at the crash site!
I think we saved all those men. Over here!
This way!
Do you read, Commander? Repeat, do you read?
Shepard here. What's your status?
We're in deep! Commander, what's your ETA?
Hang tight. We're on our way.
Arnik, how's our velocity? Deceleration online. We'll survive. Victus is going to pay for this. Court-martial or hanging?
How will the commander live this down?
When we find him, we'll ask.
Coming! Affirmative!
Is that the sky or the ceiling? Like it looks very weird. What are those lines? They aren't moving, so it's not like a dust cloud. No, it has to be the sky, because those are like buildings in the distance.
Commander, come in.
Shepard here.
Just saw harvesters drop a lot of enemies in your path.
Understood.
Okay, that was stupid. I thought I could move out of range quick enough.
Shepard here.
Just saw harvesters drop a lot of enemies in your path.
Understood.
As you wish.
Harvester ahead and on the run.
Of course, Commander.
Okay, let's pick it up. It's important we don't lose this squad.
To hold the Krogan back seems unproductive. All available forces should be mobilized against the Reapers.
Krogan-Turian animosity is ancient and intense. It's inborn.
And I need them to work together, so let's not complicate things.
All right, let's move!
Reaper blood will spill!
For Paladin! Affirmative!
Lieutenant Victus?
Commander Shepard, my men and I are in your debt. Thank you for saving so many.
What happened here?
He screwed up.
Stand down, soldier.
These men are dead because of him.
I said, stand down.
Hey, I just saved all your asses, so everyone just calm down. Lieutenant, what's going on here?
I made a bad call. This is all on me. I chose caution and clever tactics over a head-on attack. And my men paid the price.
You mean the crash?
Yes. We could see on Hollow that Reaper forces were blocking our intended path. Staying on course guaranteed heavy casualties. So I chose a safer route, skirting the enemy. And that took us low and through these ruins. When we encountered resistance, there was no room to maneuver. Suddenly, we were in a fight for our lives. A lot of my men lost that fight.
Owning your mistake takes guts. But you have to get over it and move on.
Of course. It's just fresh right now. Our mission's still a failure. When we've stabilized the injured, we'll head back to the fleet.
You're abandoning your mission?
We're down over 30 men. It'd be suicide.
What exactly did you come here to do?
There's a bomb on the planet. We were sent to defuse it.
A bomb? How big?
Enormous. Cerberus has it.
Lieutenant, if Cerberus has that bomb, you have to finish your mission.
Haven't these men sacrificed enough?
I understand. This kind of sacrifice is the hardest to ask for, but your men signed on for it. And so did you.
My men have lost hope, Commander. Even if I wanted to finish the mission, they don't.
It's your job to make them want to.
How?
Their sacrifice means that others will never face what they faced here today. Remind them that those sacrifices have no honor if the mission fails.
Men, I own what happened here today. But we have to carry on.
No, we don't. Who cares about a few dead Krogan? It's over.
We are Turian, and we will not let Cerberus succeed. Our sacrifice is the difference between life and death for this entire galaxy. Let the heroes of the 9th Platoon be remembered for performing their duties with bravery. All right, men. Shuttle's arriving any minute. We're moving out. Commander, come with us. We're a shell of what we were. We could use the help.
Send me the nav point. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That'll give us time to do a little recon. See what we're up against.
Victus, you have a second chance here. Make their sacrifice count.
Understood, Commander. Hope to see you at the rendezvous.
Cerberus bomb. What the hell is going on, Commander? And what do the Turians have to do with it?
Coordinates Victus gave me place it in the Kelphic Valley. It's a heavily populated area. That's all I know.
My gut says something's not right here.
What do you suggest?
Get the Primarch to come clean.
Should we alert the Krogan military?
I'd wait. We're in the dark here. Krogan-Turian relations are fragile until the genophage is cured. Let's not push it. And how about this bomb? How many troops does Cerberus have on this?
No idea. All I know is we can't have them detonating that bomb.
Keep me in the loop. Hack it out.
Primarch Victus.
Impressive work on Tuchanka. I'm grateful that...
Why didn't you tell me about the Cerberus bomb? Why hide that? What else are you keeping from me?
I have nothing for you.
For our alliance to work, I need to trust you.
Our friendship is new, Commander. Would you trust me with information that puts your people, puts Earth, at risk?
That depends on circumstances, but I could see circumstances in which I would, because this is literally, worrying about the other sentient species being our enemy is kind of pointless when we're fighting the Reapers, who are for certain our enemy and are currently trying to destroy us all. So, if they use the information later against us, then sure, that's a problem. But for that to be even possible, we have to live that alone.
Why would I jeopardize our alliance by lying to you now? Doesn't make sense.
Decisions like these weigh heavy on me. When I was a general, I could pass them up the chain of command. But now, I'm all I've got. Know what I mean?
Sure. And
that's all. Wait, there is one more thing, Commander. Thank you for saving my son.
Shepard, test verified. Results promising. Can synthesize for universal Krogan immunity.
Good. Then you can put your knife away.
The cure's ready?
No, still need transmission vector. Cure useless unless given to entire species.
Okay, I'm back. Somebody called me, and I had to pick up.
You're usually full of ideas, Mordin. You altered the genophage before. There must be a way.
Of course, always possibilities, but time limited. Can't create new infection strain from scratch. Groundwater? No, too slow. Voluntary inoculation risky. Population too scattered for airborne, unless... Wait, yes! The Shroud. Constant global dispersion of air particles, built by Solarians to repair atmosphere of Tuchanka. Also used by Turians.
We used it to secretly spread the genophage virus. It ended the Krogan rebellions.
I'd be careful who you tell that to.
Sometimes I understand why the Krogan want to shoot everyone in sight.
Those were desperate times.
Yes, but useful now. Original genophage strain still in storage at Shroud facility. Can use it as transmission vector, then use Shroud to blanket Tuchanka with cure.
You clever little piejack. That's our best shot, right there.
Then finish your preparations and be ready to go, Mordin.
Of course. Ready when you need me. We'll be in medbay with Eve until then.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Okay. Let's actually talk with the Primarch and Rex first, and then...
I'm grateful for all you've done, Commander. The situation with the Krogan is already complicated enough.
Not as complicated as waking up one day and being told you're the new Primarch.
Yes, thank you. I'm beginning to understand why leaders so often seem lonely. Worst-case scenarios aren't just theories. They're what you'll be dealing with 5 minutes from now.
That's why it helps to have allies.
Yes, you're right, of course. Is there something I can help you with?
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
What was that all about with the Primarch? Turian's up to something?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh. All right.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
Mordin. He got his tissue sample from me, all right. Let's just say scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
Shepard. So I imagine by now you've wiped the galaxy clean of Reapers and we can all come up for air?
Not quite. There have been a few complications.
Aren't there always? Hackett filled me in on the Crucible. Sounds like you've got some knots to untangle.
I'm just glad I could take care of one of them for you. I gather you and Kaylee Sanders were close.
I owe you for that one, Shepard. Kaylee and I met almost 20 years ago. We even had a run-in with Saren in his early days. She and I were... more than close.
She misses you.
I miss her. End of the world has a way of reminding you what you forgot to do. Maybe when the war's over, Kaylee and I will do something about that.
You'll see her soon.
I can hope. But you've got a bigger problem right now. Like a galaxy full of scared bureaucrats.
It's what you hired me to do.
Mostly you were hired to kill Reapers. I hope you haven't been sidetracked by all the politics.
Nothing I can't handle. What about you? What's happening on Earth?
I'll spare you the details. But let's just say a lot of cities around the world have stopped checking in.
That bad?
You and I knew what we were in for, but everyone else? I don't think the shock's worn off yet.
Are you safe?
That changes by the hour. I caught a shuttle evac out of Vancouver, and now we're running from foxhole to foxhole just trying to stay alive.
What about the Reapers?
They're harvesting everything that moves. They're focusing on the big cities, which does give us some room to maneuver.
You think you can hang on?
Hell, we're still just trying to talk to each other. Right now, all we can do is organize the resistance at a local level. No lack of volunteers, at least. Everybody knows what's at stake.
I don't know how we'll win this yet, but we will. Even if it kills me.
Well, you already died once, and that didn't slow you down. But let's not tempt fate. Keep yourself safe, Shepard.
You too, sir.
We'll talk again soon. Anderson out.
Okay, I'm not quite sure if there are new conversations, but I will check. It would be sad if I missed some.
You hear we had to evac another colony? Losing a lot. Don't hear about the Reapers losing much.
Well, Reapers don't have colonies. Neither does Cerberus. If they did, we could drop an asteroid on them.
Don't worry, EDI. Once the Krogan are gone, we'll get rid of the smell.
While this body has olfactory sensors, I do not have positive or negative associations with any specific scent.
Oh. Well, lucky you.
I am impressed by your continued existence, Shepard. The probability of surviving as long as you have is low.
That's a very backhanded compliment.
Hello, Shepard.
So that went well. Glad to see that Turians can flip out and lose their shit just like the rest of us.
They're under a lot of pressure.
You stole the Normandy, got blown up by the Collectors, and sent us on a suicide mission at the Galactic Core. And I haven't mutinied once. Not once. Commander? Commander?
Commander, Cerberus is attacking civilians on Benning. We've been asked to help evacuate the planet.
Okay, that kind of sounds urgent as well.
Commander, whatever you did on Tuchanka has the Turians sending a lot of messages.
What are they saying?
Sorry, it's encrypted. Cracking it would take at least a week, and it would be wrong. Commander?
I'll worry about what to do next after I talk with everyone.
Stop beating yourself up. It was crazy of me to ask you to join the Normandy back then.
But I let you down. I let Shepard down. I let everyone listed on that memorial wall down. You had the courage to support Shepard. Joker did. Garrus and Tali did.
But Caden didn't. Liara didn't. Were they cowards? I think not. Greg, you're one of the bravest and most loyal men I know. You were meant to be here, right now. We have a war to win. So clear your head and focus.
Okay, you win. It will not be mentioned again. Hello, Commander. Hello, Commander.
Commander. Commander.
Greetings, Commander.
Where's Liara? Is she talking with Javik? I guess I'll find out when I look for her. I like that. I like that the crew members move around. It makes them feel more alive. Like, they have their own stuff to do, rather than just sit in a proscribed place all day. Garrus is not here either. Interesting.
Shepard, Eve ready for travel to Tuchanka.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
Climate regulator. Counteracts radiation damage to Tuchanka's atmosphere from nuclear war. Particles emitted from main tower form layer that mitigates ultraviolet bombardment, prevents atmospheric escape of necessary elements.
And your people put it up?
Yes, when uplift process began. Demonstration of goodwill to Krogan, stabilize climate, impress population. Combined with technological gifts, easy to gain Krogan support against Rachni.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
We'll be here if you need me. Continuing to study Shroud in meantime.
Something else, Commander?
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander.
Enough about me. What were you doing before we met up here?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Come on, spill it to Sony.
Very well. I fought several explosive battles with Cerberus. I helped Shepard stop a robotic assassin on Mars. Oh, and I discovered plans for a Prothean doomsday device that were buried for 50,000 years.
Yeah, so just this and that, huh? Turians on a secret mission to Tuchanka, huh? No one told me anything about it. I'm curious to see how this bomb on Tuchanka plays out. I don't suppose ignoring it is an option. Shepard? Shepard?
Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard. So, Archangel.
You heard about that, huh?
Your sojourn on Omega generated quite a few articles, not to mention security footage. There's one thing I couldn't dig up, though. Did you really take out 3 Blue Suns mercenaries with 1 bullet?
No, of course not. The third guy had a heart attack. Not fair to count him. Shepard?
Hello, Shepard.
You should not have let the Turian soldier evade his responsibility.
I take it Protheans didn't forgive many mistakes?
If he had been under my command, I would have marooned him in the desert, buried him in sand up to his neck, and let the wildlife feast on his eyes. If he survived that, I would have rewarded him by shooting him in the head. Good soldiers are a precious resource. The stupidity of one cannot be allowed to jeopardize the lives of the others. The Turians are hiding something, Commander. Be careful. Tuchanka was not always a wasteland. It once had jungles and forests. The Krogan didn't need the Reapers to destroy their world. They did it on their own. Such a foolish race. I am with my own thoughts. I am with my own thoughts.
Dire news from Earth. Off the radar, reaping begins in rural areas. Millions are dead in the Central Asian wilderness, even more in sub-Saharan Africa. We'll give you the gruesome view of what happens when the Reapers don't stop to indoctrinate. Now, in the battle space. Commander. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
I don't like her voice acting. She sounds really fake. Which, if she's actually... because I'm not entirely sure whether she's only based on a reviewer visually, or does that reviewer also voice act her? Which, if it's the second, then if it's the latter, then that's kind of dumb, actually. Why would you give a voice acting job in a game of this sort of magnitude and scale to someone who's not an actor?
Shuttle's primed for the next drop. Shuttle's primed for the next drop.
Parts of Tachanka reminded me of the desert back home. The lizards and worms are bigger, but, you know, the sand and everything. Primarch's sun is in over his head, no? Ready when you are. Ready when you are.
Okay, I'll plan my next moves next time, because this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!